Hello class, this is lesson 1-3, converting between improper fractions and mixed numbers. This is the Learning Needed channel. My request to students in all lessons is to remember your reason to pass the GED test. Don't compare your reason against anybody else's. You chose your reason and use that to motivate you to get that GED certificate. Remember, don't give up. This is not meant to be easy. You will pass the exam as long as you keep going and keep studying the material. When you get to those hard portions of the class, just look for more resources, keep at it, keep studying, and you will pass that exam, all exams, to get that GED certificate. Finally, please like and subscribe to this video and my YouTube channel so that I can continue generating these videos for you to help you pass the GED exam. If you are interested in one-on-one tutoring, I do offer that, and in my website that is in the description below. This is for those students that need that immediate feedback on any trouble areas that they have in any of the GED subjects, or if you want to go over a few problems, or just want some suggestions on how to study or how to prepare for the exam. My tutoring service is available to you guys. And just a suggested study material that I give to my students is to use the Kaplan GED test prep book. It is given every year. While you may want to get the most recent year, that is not a requirement. Most GED test prep books follow the same format across all the years. So if you go to a used bookstore and find a copy there, maybe 2020 or 2021, that will work fine. And this book covers all 4 subjects, not just math. So it is a great resource to use, and it explains material very, very simply and easily if you want to study on your own. Also, just to confirm, the only calculator that you can take with you physically into the exam is the TI-30XS model. No other calculator will be allowed. If you bring it to the exam, they will take it away from you. But if you do not have a calculator, do not worry. You are not at a disadvantage. You will use a virtual one that is available in the exam. If you are interested in purchasing the latest version of the Kaplan GED test prep book or the calculator, I do have links to purchase both of those in my video description below. All right, let's get started. We'll start by converting an improper fraction to a mixed number. As a reminder, an improper fraction and mixed numbers, they both are used to represent the same thing. It is a value equal to or greater than 1. As you see here in the picture, we have 2 squares, each cut up into 4 pieces, and 7 of those pieces are shaded in. The numerator is talking about the amount of pieces that are shaded in, and the denominator is talking about how many pieces make up one of those shapes. To convert from an improper fraction to a mixed number, you follow these 3 steps. You divide the numerator by the denominator. The answer that you get, or the quotient of that division, becomes the whole number in the mixed number. And as you remember, the mixed number is made up of 3 numbers, the whole number part and the numerator and denominator. And finally, the remainder becomes the new numerator. So let's look at converting 7/4 into a mixed number. And if you'll notice, I did color the denominator green to help follow along through the solution problems. So for the rest of this video, follow the colors. I'm trying to match how they're used in the conversions. So here you divide the numerator by the denominator, so it becomes 7 divided by 4, which if you're doing a hand calculation looks like this. And solving that results in an answer or a quotient of a whole number 1 with the remainder of 3. Now, I'm not going to be going over how to do the hand calculation. That will be covered in another video, and you can also just check in your calculator. This is not a division solving lesson. So the whole answer part of the quotient is colored in blue, and the remainder is colored in red, just for easier reference. And putting it together, the whole number part of the answer is 1 in blue, so that is the whole number part of the mixed number. The remainder is 3, that was what was left over when you did this division problem, and that becomes the new numerator, as mentioned in step 3. And finally, the denominator is 4. And one thing to note about conversion between improper fraction to mixed number and vice versa is that the denominator never changes when you're converting. As you work with fraction problems, there are some times where you are working with fractions and the denominator does change, but that isn't when you are converting between improper and mixed number. That happens when you are simplifying and in other problems like dividing fractions or multiplying fractions. But when you are converting between these two, the denominator always stays the same, as you'll see in the rest of this lesson. To convert from a mixed number to an improper fraction is a different set of steps. So if we look here at this diagram made up of 2 circles, each cut up into 8 slices, the first circle has all 8 slices shaded in, so that is a whole number part, which is 1. One entire thing is completely shaded in. The second circle has 6 out of the 8 slices shaded in, so that is the numerator, 6. And finally, the denominator asks how many slices is each shape made out of, and that is 8. To convert from a mixed number to an improper fraction, you follow the following 3 steps. First, you multiply the denominator by the whole number, then you that answer, you add the numerator to it, and you get a new answer, and that new answer becomes the new numerator. So let's see it in action. Let's convert 1 and 6/8 to an improper fraction. And again, I color-coded the different pieces so you can see how they're used in following these steps. The whole number is 1, the numerator is 6, and the denominator is 8. Using that, we go with the first step. Multiply the denominator, which is 8 in green, by the whole number piece of the mixed number, which is the 1, and that is 8. The second step is to add the numerator to this answer, so you get the 8 from step 1, and you add the numerator to it, which is a 6 in red, and that gives you the new answer of 14. This new answer becomes the numerator of the improper fraction format, and just as in the previous conversion, the denominator does not change. It should be 8. So that's a good, easy way to eliminate answer choices in the GED math test if you do have to convert between the two. If the denominator is different, that is automatically incorrect, assuming that you're not simplifying or converting, reducing, or expanding the fraction. So let's look at an example problem. Let's convert 16/9 to a mixed number. So we follow the steps of converting to a mixed number, and that is you first divide the numerator by the denominator, which means that it is 16 divided by 9. You'll see that 16 divided by 9 is a whole number 1 with the remainder of 7. And again, follow the color coding. The answer becomes the whole number in the mixed number. And when I say the answer, I'm saying the quotient part, the whole number of the quotient part, not the remainder. And the remainder becomes the new numerator. So the non-remainder part of the answer becomes a whole number in the mixed number, and the remainder becomes the numerator in the mixed number. So 16/9 as a mixed number is 1 and 7/9, and just for easier reference, follow the color coding so that you can see how to piece together the mixed number. Problem number 2. Let's convert 2 and 5/9 to an improper fraction. I have color coded them for easier reference, but let's label them. The whole number piece is 2, the numerator is 5, and the denominator is 9. So we follow the steps of converting to an improper fraction, which is, first we multiply the denominator by the whole number, which is 9 times 2, which gives you an answer of 18. Next, you add the numerator to this answer of 18, so it becomes 18 plus 5, which is 23. And finally, this new answer becomes the new numerator in the improper fraction, and so the answer to 2 and 5/9 as an improper fraction is 23/9. And that was today's lesson of converting between improper fractions and mixed number formats. It is just following the steps and making sure that you use the correct numbers in the correct places while following the steps. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.